Hey guys, welcome to the RapChat podcast. Before we get into the podcast, I'm your host Elias Eldridge.
I'm Luke Dick.
And I'm Sam Kenny.
I wanted to try this today. So before we get into it, check us out on TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram, where we post new clips of the show every week. And give us a follow. And so if you're watching on YouTube, subscribe. And if you're on a Spotify, Apple Podcasts, leave us a rating and also leave us a review.
There we go. There we go. Yeah, there we go.
Let's get into this. That was fun.
Yeah, that was great.
Nice,
that was great, man.
I feel like I'm sitting beside Luke now.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that was really awesome.
Hey, in the comments, let me know how good that was.
yeah. So what is the schedule for today?
We've got our Bulls game, the Hawks game. I've got just a little tiny, fun little question.
Little baby question.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask. This can be a fun discussion.
Yeah.
And I think are we gonna do that debate this episode?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's time
Time
varying.
varying.
I think we got time.
It's just a fun debate about a certain Canadian
All-star.
all-star.
Yeah.
Can you guess who?
Yeah. Don't give it away. Don't give it away, guys. Don't give it away.
He might play in the Warriors.
Yeah.
All right. Do you guys want to get right into it? The Bulls
Yeah,
game?
sure. I mean, we were just talking, just to preface the podcast, like just before this, like, why does it feel like it just was so long ago that we played the last game?
Like I'm literally going through my notes and I'm like, why did I write?
Dude, and it's funny because like you said, like you write down something like Pascal is awesome. Like I'll do that all the time, and I'm like, what the fuck does
why was
this
I
mean?
so hyped?
Yeah, like what is this?
Second quarter and be like, Precious, great job.
I forgot this game went to OT.
Yes, it did go to OT. That's true.
All right, we'll start for the first.
Yeah, two big threes.
So wait, schedule for today.
Did
we just say?
Are you good? That was like
Guys,
literally like a minute and a half.
you
ago,
know what we were up to, man. You guys know what we were up to last night.
God, that was so
and you guys know.
You said that the same way you asked the first time.
Sorry.
All right, exact same way. You're like, all right, so schedule anyway. Yeah.
Oh my God, my bad.
All
Sorry,
right,
guys.
all right. First quarter.
So this is the Bulls game.
Before the game, Fred VanVleet All-Star selection was announced. Super.
Yeah, give it up. Oops, sorry, my bad. Give it up. Let's go.
Fred. And we just found out. It's like so obnoxious. And we just.
Sorry, what was that?
And we just.
Okay,
And we just found out he is participating in the 3-point contest.
Wow, you know, we were actually just talking about whether Fred was going to be in the 3-point contest, and we were like,
I'd love to see it.
It'd be super fun,
Yeah,
like to see him
always,
there.
Always fun to see.
I think it's
And
a
like
third.
his 3-point percentage is what? Just
Unreal, 40 or just under 40.
he's got a higher percentage than Curry right now. Does he not? Yeah.
And I think he's the second or third most made threes this season.
Yeah, he's up there.
Yeah. No, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that's true.
Curry.
He's good at the catch and shoot. It'd be interesting. The last guy in the 3-point contest was Lowry from the Raptors.
He hasn't really been shooting it much as of lately, but I understand why. I mean, he's trying to make more, especially when you got a guy
he's there
like
anyway, right?
He's making an impact for sure.
So yeah, congrats to Fred on the selection. All right, first quarter. Let me pull it up here. It feels so long ago. I really liked in the first quarter. We went a lot. This is a theme, I guess, for both games. We went to a Fred and Scotty pick and roll a ton.
Oh yeah,
and we've been doing it a lot because Scotty's been guarded by the other team's center. Like they're usually putting the center on
Vucevic.
Scotty.
Yeah,
Vucevic
they were. We have a play to talk about between Vucevic and
it was
Barnes.
Capella in the Hawks game, and they've been going to that Scotty pick and roll.
Yeah.
And he was one. I think he started 1 for 5, 1 for 6 in the first quarter. But I wasn't like. I loved what they were running. I loved that
Rookie
pick and
of the
roll.
year. Okay.
It was it was working super well. Like he's getting so much space in that little floater area for that push shot that he's getting a lot better at. So yeah, first quarter opened up really well. Pascal was just his passing all game was crazy, but that first quarter, 6 points, 3 for 3 from the field.
I feel like every time you introduce Pascal to like the game you're talking about, you always say passing's crazy this game.
I know. Maybe just passing is crazy in general.
Period.
That's what I should say. Yeah. But the Bulls, I think the Bulls got a ton of open threes in this first quarter, and we were only up 2 after that. Second quarter, Chris Boucher, man, he gave awesome energy all game, but in that first stint he was just flying up and down the floor the whole team.
Right away, like almost like as soon as he subbed in, like.
Yep, he was just on the boards.
Yeah.
I wrote
getting
down
putbacks, man. I'm pretty sure. I don't know if it was his first basket, but one of his first baskets was a putback.
Yeah, putback dunk.
Yeah.
I wrote down here that it was like a track meet that second quarter. Just a ton of up and down. And that's, I think the Raptors love to play like that, especially with that second unit with Pascal, Achua, Chris, Scotty. Like those guys want to run.
Just a bunch of hustlers, man.
Kem came into the game for the first time in 10 games, I think they said.
Yep. With the fat face mask
Thought he
thing.
looked
Thought he was gonna go all LeBron face mask.
face mask Kem, yeah.
Pulling
He
up
had
from
a couple nice stands at the rim. He had a couple nice defensive plays at the rim. Just he only played like 5 minutes.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Not much to glean from it. And the Raptors were getting so much inside against Vucevic. We were just Pascal had so many drives. I think even Chris took him off the dribble from the 3-point line and finished on him. And
Guys like Vucevic, man,
He's too slow,
that's what I said,
man.
they're already slow, and then once they get older, it's even worse.
and he's
and
not
worse and
fast
worse.
off his feet anyway. So those guys we were living inside. Like I think it was like a stretch where every single basket was coming inside against him. And that point, it kind of looked like the Raptors might pull away with this one, but the Bulls really locked in at the end of the quarter. And the Raptors offense kind of slowed up, and it gave the Bulls a chance to stay within range. So we were up 4 at the half. Third quarter, we really started to struggle guarding Vucevic on the other end. We were getting whatever we wanted against him on the offensive end, but he was kind of killing us inside.
Yeah, man, he hit a bunch of threes on us too.
He had some threes, 2 for 3
three
from
in a
3.
row or something. Oh,
10 points in the quarter, and he was he had a really good game.
He turned it up.
I think it's hard to get, he's so much bigger than a guy like Scotty or
Yeah.
Pascal.
His nickname is Vucci Mane.
Yeah, Vucci Mane.
Oh God.
And he is so he's very skilled, but he's just there's not much you can do against guys that size.
It's
Yeah.
Vucci.
Like you can like you can try as hard as you want, but sometimes it doesn't matter when you're that big.
Yeah. True.
But at the third quarter, once again, the offense looked grinding down, sort of. But I thought our big three of Fred, Pascal, and OG all made some really big plays. Fred had some great threes. Pascal had playing like Pascal. I thought he had some great passes. He didn't actually attempt a field goal in the quarter, which is kind of crazy.
It just goes to show, man, his game is so diverse. Like
Yeah.
he can, and the same with Fred too. Like Fred might not even shoot the ball maybe once or twice a quarter, but yet will be up 10 points, or will score 10 points during that quarter or 15 points, and it's like,
Where did that come from?
yeah, where did that come from, right?
Yeah.
Especially when you have like Precious out there and you
Yeah.
know.
Fourth quarter, once again, we started going back inside, but DeRozan really turned it on late, man. He
Getting anything you wanted
Oh,
inside the
yeah.
3-point
he
line.
was just we didn't have any answer for him. He was getting off the screens. He was just hitting, and it wasn't like we were playing bad defense. He was just hitting tough shots.
I have a theory about DeMar DeRozan. A little bit of a theory about
He
DeMar.
actually sucks.
No. I'm not going to say this is a problem with his game, but one of the things about his game is that he's primarily a 2-point scorer, right? Like he scores twos.
Yeah.
But the problem is with his type of game, especially given the fact that he's a shooter, means that he might score 30 points a game, but that means the ball is going to be in his hands for a longer amount of time than it would if he was shooting threes.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So like
He's an ISO player.
exactly. And so although DeMar DeRozan might have a great game, it doesn't necessarily mean the team is going to win. And I think this is one of the problems that we had when we were in Toronto, like when he was in Toronto, was the fact that obviously we didn't have anyone to guard LeBron, but the ball has to be in his hands for so long in order for us to actually keep scoring.
And that's the tough part about DeMar is that it's tough to have a better player than him on your team and him to be just as effective. That was the whole thing. Like for us, we couldn't upgrade from DeRozan.
Yeah.
And with our roster and everything, it's like the only way to upgrade is to trade him.
Yeah.
That's happened, and we won a championship.
Yeah, no, and see, that's the thing is, like, if you look objectively at DeMar DeRozan versus Kawhi Leonard's stats, like Kawhi Leonard's better, sure, but DeMar DeRozan is also a superstar. You know what I mean, of the league. Like,
He's a great player.
he's awesome, and like what he's doing in Chicago is he's having a better career season than he had in like what we were talking about 2016, which is his best year with the Raptors. But the only thing about that is, and this is just one of the things we wanted to bring up as an anecdote was that it does seem that even if DeMar DeRozan has a 33-point game or a 32-point game, it doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to win, just because the ball needs to be in his hands for so long in order for him to score all those buckets, because he's only getting them by twos.
I think the difference now, though, is that he's such a good playmaker, too.
Yes, that's
true.
true.
He can create 3-pointers.
You want the ball in his hands.
And if you actually...
When he was with us, he was creating 2-pointers and only 2-pointers, mostly for himself, because he wasn't much of a playmaker, right? Now he can create twos for himself, but also create threes for others. So, like, even having guys like Zach LaVine, who's a great catch and shooter, right?
Yeah.
Just having him off the ball.
No, and actually, he got him a lot of assists this game. Zach LaVine was shooting very well against us.
And then Lonzo's a great catch and shooter, right? So Lonzo will give him the ball, run to the corner, and DeMar will feed him back in the corner for an open three.
And that's a very good point. And actually, if you do look at the stats between his 2016 year and his year this year, where he's not beating his points per game average, but he is beating his assists per game average.
Yeah,
right.
And he's doing both at much higher. He hasn't like in San Antonio. He did playmaking more at a higher level than he was his scoring. Toronto, he was scoring at a higher level than he was playmaking.
Yeah.
Now he's doing both at a very high level.
He's got the best of both worlds.
Yeah,
now.
totally, totally.
All right, this one was fun down the stretch. It felt like they was just kind of slipping away from the Raptors that whole fourth quarter. DeRozan was just...
And they were making a push, man. They were really wanting to win this game.
I was a little upset. I didn't like our clutch time offense. It's been really good, and we won the game, so I'm not going to complain too much. I just thought we could have made it easier on ourselves by going through Pascal more. I thought it was a lot of Fred, which is fine, but just Fred on his own isn't. We've talked about this before.
Yeah. But also we were trying to run the clock a little bit, I think, too.
Yeah, we were. Last play, the regulation, though, Fred goes in, play out of a timeout, gets an isolation, goes in, kind of definitely gets hit, but it's clutch time, so who's to say? Misses a floater, but Scotty gets a great tip in, extends. The ball bounces around a few times, goes in.
I said before, like, we never make those tip-ins at the
No.
buzzer.
Yeah.
That was the first one.
Super clutch
And
play.
and actually Scotty didn't he miss the tip in during the Heat game? Or he was fouled on it, and he hit the 2 free throws. Yeah, he was fouled and hit the 2 free throws.
It was even in the Miami game, though, like, OG had a chance to win it at the buzzer, but his tip was short.
Yeah.
The only tip in that went in was Champagne's, which was late.
Scotty with two clutch plays to send games into overtime this week. In the overtime, the Raptors were awesome. OG had 2 big threes, including one really nice step back in the corner. And then Scotty, man, we talked about this. Nick Nurse called it his best drive. He's seen where he took Vucevic on the outside, took him into the paint, put his body into him, contorted in midair, finished off the glass. Such a big bucket in overtime. I loved how the Raptors executed in overtime. Like, the guys just stepped up. And then Gary Trent hit a massive 3 plus a steal where he comes in. The Raptors had a missed shot with maybe 40 seconds to go. And Gary just, as the Bulls were trying to outlet to get the break going, Gary just kind of swoops in, steals it.
Yeah.
The Raptors reset.
And that is such a high risk, high reward play.
If you mess up, it's a layup on the other end.
Absolutely. And man, like, Gary has got some balls, man. Yeah. Like, that is a clutch play to make at such a controversial time. You know what I mean? Like, you could just play defense. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could, like, and
looking back on it, that's probably the right thing to do.
No, absolutely, it was, and that's the thing. And Gary's like, no, what? I'm like, what, leading, if not just behind the steals per league. Like, I'm gonna go for this, and he goes for it, and it works. And
then he gets a steal. The Raptors reset, and they get the Bulls to completely fall apart on defense, and he is left wide open for the dagger.
Yeah, wide open, dude. He had like 3 seconds to shoot it.
Wide open for the dagger 3. That was it. Pascal knocked 2 free throws down, and the Raptors win 127-120.
Yeah, that was awesome. Great win.
Big win, man. That's a big statement win.
The fact that they are it gives me so much like confidence in this team moving forward, like whether it be for the playoffs or just in general with this core, is that this team is able to win close games right now.
It's huge, man, because that was a big doubt I had of this team.
Yep. And it looks clunky sometimes, but they get the job done.
Man.
They just have so much heart, dude.
Yeah, it's true, man. And hustle, dude.
And a lot of options, too.
Yes.
Right? You can go through Pascal, you can go through Fred, you can go through OG. Gary's going to hit big shots. Scotty can
And actually, was it this Bulls game, or was it the Hawks game? I'm thinking about the Hawks game.
But yeah, man, that's a really great win to at that point keep the win streak going.
That put us on a 4-game win streak.
Yeah, man.
I don't know if I like to call 4 games a win streak. It is a streak.
I'd say once you hit 3 games, call it a streak.
Okay, that makes sense.
I wouldn't call 1 game, I wouldn't call 2 games, but like 3 games, like, okay, they're starting a streak, and then 4 games, like, that's a certified streak.
Okay, yeah. All right,
so we're certified.
I'm convinced.
We're certified streak.
Some big numbers from this one. Pascal has 25, 13, and 7.
That's it.
OG with 21 and 6 assists.
Wow.
Fred with 21 and 9.
Over our 5-game win streak, OG's averaging almost 5 assists.
Yeah, man, he's been passing the ball pretty
and his
pretty
3-point shooting has been ridiculous, man. It's been so good.
Off the dribble, like tough shots too.
Tough shots, man.
Gary with 16 points and Scotty with 21 and 8. And Chris Boucher, I should mention, Chris Boucher and Precious Achiuwa were doing an amazing job rebounding on both ends off the bench. Boucher had 10 rebounds. Precious had 11.
That's huge.
Yeah,
Man.
so big for us, man.
Yeah, Chris,
I gotta imagine, like, if you're a Bulls fan watching us play and getting all these rebounds, you must be like, yeah, get the rebound. Like,
you love, man.
Yeah.
I love to watch.
We frustrate teams that way.
I love to watch the other team play against us and see like how they react.
Yeah. No. You want to know something? Oh my God.
Do you want to know? I don't think.
No, I don't really want to know something. The Bulls announcers, bro, those guys.
They're so funny.
They're
Stacey King.
Dude, they are so like Bulls fans.
Yeah,
they're Bulls fans. Like I remember like Gary hit a 3, kind of a little push off there, and they were like, "There should be a foul. They should call it a foul." And they're like talking as if we were like talking here about like the Raptors.
Yeah, they're one of my favorite crews in the league.
You know that
fun.
you know that like iconic rose dunk on Dragic in transition.
Okay.
A while ago? Yeah. He's like, Dragic, what are you doing? It's like one of the best
He's
calls,
so
dude.
funny, man. He's so funny, Stacey King.
Yeah, I love him.
Good player, too.
Yeah.
All right. Do I just got to move on to the Atlanta game?
Yeah, let's move on to the Atlanta game.
So let's keep this winning streak going, why don't we? Against Atlanta, a team on the rise. You know, fun fact, Atlanta.
They won, 8 out of their 10 last games?
And 2 of their 2 losses were against the Toronto
Both to
Raptors.
us. Yep. Both to...
Makes me happy as a as like a lover. I love this Hawks young core, so I'm glad they're picking it back up. I love.
But not against us, though.
No, not against us. Yeah, they can lose against us. They can win against everyone else.
Yeah. I mean, Pascal Siakam starts this game on fire, man. Was 21 first quarter points, 3 for 3 from deep, 4 for 4 from the line, 7 for 9 from the field.
Oh my God, so crazy.
That might have been his best quarter ever.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. He could get anything he wanted, he wanted.
He had back-to-back threes, one in transition, just clean pull up. He was really just feeling himself. We scored 39 points in his first quarter.
And his form is so clean, man.
No, and Atlanta scored 28. Our defense wasn't even anything special this quarter.
No, it was literally
just.
Our defense was pretty bad all game.
Yeah, Atlanta was just missing their shots in the first quarter, and Pascal was going crazy. So, it was good. We were working the pick and roll pretty well too with Fred and Scotty, and Pascal as well was as the handler and the roller. Precious in this first half when he came in. He did a couple great cuts. Like Precious is an underrated cutter, man.
Yeah,
he gets to the rim very well.
He knows when to cut. It's just what happens when he gets the ball.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Or if he gets the ball, to like bounce it between his legs.
That's a good thing though, because like that's the hard part. Having the instinct.
Yeah, he just needs to catch basketball.
Yeah, and he had actually a couple nice cuts and dunks off of them. Just cutting doing like a backdoor cut underneath the basket, baseline cut. And he gets the ball right underneath the basket, dunks it right away.
Precious might have his most efficient game of all time this game. 4 for 6 from the field, 10
points.
Wow. 2 for 2 from 3.
Woo-hoo. Both very good clutch threes.
He's been loving the corners lately, man. He's had a few hits. One against Miami.
He did some big ones.
And it was exactly like the one he hit. The first 3 he hit this game. It was the exact same one against Miami, I believe. When he Pascal and him both had back-to-back ones. It was the exact same one where it was a catch. He turned around, popped it right away, no hesitation. Love that.
That's the thing is whenever Precious tends to shoot, he tends to commit to it. And even if it's an absolute brick, like he's committed to the shot. He's not one of those guys that's like
Kem, like when Kem birches the ball anywhere that's not in the paint, the offense stops.
Yeah, that's true.
That's a win for the defense. So at least Precious is making the defense thing.
Sometimes I'm like, Kem, like you have a nice form. Like why don't you just shoot the ball? Like
it's better than just sitting there for 5 seconds.
And he'll just hold the ball out here while he's
all he does is float it up.
Yeah.
Man, you're an NBA. You should be able to have a jump shot.
Yeah.
Anyway, the first half mostly it was a lot of DeAndre Hutner and Bogdan Bogdanovic letting us up. From jump shooting, Trae Young had a great first half too, with 12 and 8. 8 is only 1 turnover too.
He didn't really shoot or score very many threes this game.
He
was
playmaking a lot more.
Yeah.
What he ended with? He ended with 22 and 13 assists, only 1 turnover.
Yeah.
So great game from Trae Young. The Hawks started coming back in the second quarter. Like I said, our defense wasn't that good. It was mostly they weren't hitting their shots in the first quarter as much. Then they started actually making them. Bogdan had a few in the second quarter. Hunter. Kevin Huerter had a rough game against us, but no, they started hitting their shots, and ended up coming back, and we went into the half up 1.
They've got some really good 3-point shooters on the team, man.
That their closing lineup when they had Collins at the 5 and all those shooters around him, they were
a really good lineup, dude.
Yeah,
it's nice to see Atlanta doing well. I've always been like a low key Atlanta fan.
I love
and
Trae Young, man. I
so
don't like
yeah.
all the hate he gets.
Well, I was more of a fan of Atlanta when they sucked. Like I liked Dennis Schroeder on the and
That's way
Kyle
back.
Korver and all those
Wow,
guys.
You've been a Hawks fan.
Well, I don't know
bandwagon.
when that team was like I just
They had some solid years.
Yeah,
when
they
when
did,
had-
and I
when they had
liked
Malcolm Delaney coming off their bench.
yeah, like I don't know what it was about that team, but like I just liked watching them play. I liked Kyle Korver, I liked
they were good when
Dennis
Kyle
Schroeder
Korver was
and
there.
Paul Millsap back
yeah,
then.
yeah. It was interesting. So and
DeMar
I kind of
Carroll.
actually started paying less attention to the Hawks when Trae Young got
you're
drafted.
crazy.
Well, no,
You're crazy.
not because I don't like him. I think he's a great player, but like I
It's
just
funny. It's just funny. You like the Dennis Schroeder, Tim Hardaway Jr. team.
Like the most boring
Trae
team
Young.
ever.
yeah. No,
Well,
it's true.
I'm gonna get sidetracked here in a second. I gotta look at that roster.
I
don't know why I like the team. I just liked it.
One thing that was
Something about
annoying
it.
me all game was our inability to guard the pick and roll, and I think that's a real problem for this team against like lob threats and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And that I think it does come down to playing right with all these wings and not having a big down there.
But
But
even-
a passer like Trae Young kind of got whatever he wanted whenever they did the pick and roll, and especially on a
Mm-hmm. And
back-to-back.
honestly,
where-
even when we would switch on the pick and roll, he would float it up too and
Yeah.
just get it in every time.
every time.
You liked this roster.
It wasn't that I like the
It's
roster.
so bad.
I know it's bad. I just like
Ken
I don't know
Bazemore,
why.
Luke Babbitt, Marco Bellinelli.
Such a boring team.
I don't know why I
John
liked
Collins
it.
is their main guy. Then there's Dennis
Yeah.
Schroeder, Torian Prince. Shout out to Baylor.
Love Torian Prince back
Good team,
then, man.
Tyler Dorsey and Malcolm Delaney,
got
Dwayne
Plumlee on there.
Deadman.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, You're,
It's the
you're
most
crazy.
boring team ever.
You're crazy.
I don't know why. It's not that I thought that they were good. I just liked to watch them play.
like, let's
I
go,
also,
Luke Babbitt.
I also thought but I also love the pick and roll stuff. Like it's something that can get. I think part of it was due that I thought Fred was pretty slow on defense today, back to back. That's super explainable. So he wasn't really like Trae kind of got around him whenever he wanted, and
And
it
Trae
just
was-
broke down from there.
and Trey's floater game's too good for that. Yeah,
I think-
once he gets inside, he's.
It might be more about Trae Young being an amazing pick and roll player rather than the Raptors being a bad pick and roll.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I think
no,
also
it's
we were
true.
able to play the pick and roll on them really well also because
Oh, yeah.
Okongwu and Capella can't keep up with like Pascal and
No,
Scotty, you know
no.
what I mean?
Yep.
Which that's where the advantage comes in with the smaller lineup. Going to we start off the second half up by 1. I found with this game it felt like we were just in control all game.
Yeah,
I
we
did-
were,
The only time I felt threatened was like the last 2 minutes.
Yeah, for sure.
And even then, I just kind of felt like we were gonna pull.
yeah,
it.
no, I was like, there's no way we're losing.
And
this.
it was always within like 7-10 points, but I just felt like I was comfortable the entire game.
Yeah.
Also, this game it was like it's like the Bulls game was like a track meet. This whole game was running back and
Oh,
forth.
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
always transition, even like off a set half court offense, off the rebound, the other team was just running. It was always running happening. And both teams love to run, so that worked well for us too because our half court offense isn't ideal. Just both teams are making shots. Matt Devlin shouts out my hometown of St. Andrews in this game.
Yeah, I
Yes.
heard something about that. Yeah, he's like, what did he say? It was like Scott.
He
Was
said,
it?
is Fred a 3 from St. Andrews?
Yeah,
And I was like,
yeah.
no way.
That's always. I remember when my hometown got shouted out. It's so exciting.
Perth did?
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
he would. Yeah,
This
he
year.
would. He's said Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan too,
Oh, yeah?
and he said Regina.
Yeah.
Like he'll be like from Regina, and
his
I'm like,
first-
let's go.
I've been watching the Raptors since 2013. The first time I ever heard him say St. Andrews. That's so
Oh, yeah.
That's
hype.
wild.
I was
That's
wild.
so
That's a
hyped,
good cut.
dude.
He said he dropped a couple other like.
He was at Halifax in that game too. I think.
Yeah, he
He's
did.
since
Yeah.
Halifax quite a bit.
Yeah.
But it's he dropped a couple of other names that I'm like, that is a very small community.
So, like, my population is 1,500.
And like, where's Matt Devlin from? He's not even
He's
Canadian.
American, yeah.
Like neither is Jack. Jack's
Jack's
from New
like
York.
Buffalo. It's like happens like it's like a tight game. He's like, oh, my Bills lost last night, Matty.
Like,
Sabres ain't looking too good this season.
not the time for this.
Yeah. It's like 2 minutes left in the fourth. It's like a tight game, and he's like, Matty, the Bills again. We need a new running back. It's like,
Oh, Jack is so precious, man.
Yeah,
I
he is.
love
So
him so
funny.
much, dude.
he is. Speaking of precious, I already said this, but corner threes, man, awesome. The Hawks didn't actually start making things like real interesting until the last 2 minutes of the game where John Collins was kind of going off there for them. Hit a couple big shots. Kevin Huerter had some more shots, even DeAndre Hunter. But we ended up pulling it out. And Scotty had a dagger 3 with 50 seconds left.
It was deep
And,
too, man.
It was
Yeah.
at the shot clock.
Yeah.
And
That was unbelievable, man. I was like, wow.
he won us the game. I found this game was kind of, I don't want to say it was there, but this game was like just a lot of running, a lot of offense.
it was great, man.
And
not much
both
defense
teams
was
though
played.
were also like like because the Hawks aren't about big. They had a big win against Phoenix the night before.
Yeah.
So you could tell both teams were exhausted at points in the game.
Okay,
Gary had a good
defense.
game though. Gary had a good game.
Most guys had everybody had a good game really. Pascal 33, 9, 4 assists.
Wow.
Freddie had 26 points, 11 assists, 4 rebounds. Man, his playmaking's been really underrated this year.
Who?
Man. Fred.
Oh yeah.
Fred. I mean, it's definitely. I think I still put Pascal as like the best playmaker.
Yeah.
But Fred's passing.
He makes the right reads every time.
Dude, that pass to Precious or no, Chris for the 3 when it was like when he would jump through. Dude, that was unbelievable. When that play happened, I was like, because like Chris is wide open with the 3, so obviously he's gonna take that. And this reminds me.
I wanted to shoot that. Like I was watching. I was like,
shoot it. I was like, shoot it, Chris. But
he made it.
The thing is like that is the Chris Boucher that was on our team last year. Like you're not gonna go and shoot all these threes when you. It's the same sort of philosophy with Pascal. The less threes you shoot, the more that I like that because they're more likely gonna go in. Yeah. Like when Chris has those like weird janky threes, like he's got maybe 1 or 2 of them, like you know, and they go in, and it's like,
but it's like it's
cash.
It's because when you shoot them at a higher frequency, when you're not really a shooter. You're the tougher shots. Like if Pascal's shooting 3 a game, you know most of them probably open, right?
Yeah. He's only taking them if he's absolutely open.
Yeah. And like whereas if he's shooting 9, it's like okay, at least like 3 or 4 of those were contested. And it's like you don't really want him shooting those. So no, yeah, I totally agree.
Like this one, he was 3 for 3 from 3 in the game.
And that was all in the first quarter.
Yeah, and he's like, he's not like a heat check guy. He's like, oh, I just hit 3 threes. Like, pull up.
Yeah.
Like after he hit
but don't you love that about Pascal?
Yeah, after he hit those 3 threes, he had a couple of really nice drives into the paint. So I just
he had one where it was in the first quarter. Where he got like knocked, I don't know how it was a foul, but he was going in with so much momentum.
Oh yeah,
and he's able to just like lightly.
Dude, when that went in, I was expecting a foul call, and it went in. I'm like, oh shit, and one, like that was wild. Like I was expecting it to go like off the backboard.
There was one Scotty, I thought, and one.
And
the post, and they called on the floor.
Yeah.
I was like,
that was dumb, bro.
He straight up got like, put your arm up, like you're gonna shoot a hook shot, like just keep going. He was like this, and
dude,
that motion.
That was whack. I remember that call.
I was
so
confused. I was rewatching it, and I was just gonna skip it with a free throw, and I skipped, and they're running a play. I was like, what's happening? What happened?
Yeah.
Makes me so happy, man, to see the Raptors win these close games.
Yeah,
like, I just feel like last year, we lost so many close games, and
I think it's crazy. We played 4 games in 5 days against some of the best teams in the East, and we won them all.
It's crazy.
Yeah, man.
Putting ourselves.
The team
is
playing
the
so
Bulls
well right
and the Heat, number 1 and number 2,
and
the
the
Hawks, who won 8 the last 10.
Yeah,
only lost against the Raptors.
Well, and this is just a larger point that I want to make, but this is a sort of game thought from both games, and honestly from the last probably 5 to 7 games that we played. If you look at the scoring from the games, the distribution of 20-point games is unbelievable. Like you have 5 dudes with 20-point games.
Yep.
Like you got OG 20 points. Fucking Gary Trent Jr. 20 points, Fred 20-some points, Pascal 20-some points. Like
if any of these guys score 25 points in the starting 5, I'm not surprised whatsoever.
no way.
If Scotty does, I'm like, yep.
But that's what makes them such a threat, right?
That's what I'm saying. And then we also get Precious and Boucher coming off the bench and giving us 10 points each.
100%.
With 10 rebounds each. That's big.
That's huge, man. Huge.
Delano Banton, 9 minutes, didn't take a shot, 3 assists.
Yeah, 3 assists.
I thought it was
Yeah.
And we're playing against teams like Atlanta who love to run, and we're going to run against them. He's great in
This is the
transition.
type of environment.
Delano strives
Dude,
in
every time he gets the ball, he's running, man. He's running.
And he makes great reads.
Yeah.
He knows when to shoot, he knows when to pass.
He's trying super hard on defense, too.
He did have a couple turnovers, but the passes and the assists that he did make were amazing.
And I mean, I'm not mad if he gets turnovers.
No, well, he's a rookie. Yeah, and we're just starting to kind of incorporate him in. But another thing I wanted to say, I think we should just briefly talk about this, was the fact that we did put a whole bench mob on for the beginning of the second quarter, and it did not go well. We played good defense, but we had no creation. We had Scotty on, Delano on, Precious on,
it was OG, Gary, Scotty, and then it was Precious and Chris for a little bit.
Yeah, I think it was Precious. That makes sense.
And it was just basically without either.
Chris was the oldest guy. I remember thinking that to myself on the floor. I was like, because I was telling Keaton, I was like, okay, Gary's 23, Scotty's 20, OG's 24, Chris is 28, and
it was like Precious or something.
And Precious is 21 or 22, and I'm like, Chris Boucher is the oldest guy on the floor
He's
right
like, he almost
now.
always is the oldest guy in the
Wait,
world.
who else? Who's in the lineup again?
It was
The
Gary,
really bad one.
OG.
Yeah.
There's another lineup that was put out. I figured it was the Hawks or Bulls game, but it was Delano, Scotty, Pascal, Boucher, and Precious.
Yeah.
No shooters on the
Yeah.
floor
No,
at that
but
point.
these units, the Raptors like need one of Pascal or Fred on the court at all times.
Yes.
Because there's no playmaker. Like, yeah, Scotty Barnes in theory he's going to become a good playmaker, but
not
he's just
yet.
not.
He needs great players
And
right
he
now.
can't, and he can't leverage his he doesn't have any scoring gravity, right?
No,
to
and
leverage
as much as Gary's a good shot creator, he's not really
not a
a primary
playmaker.
ball handler.
Yeah,
And OG is
no.
getting better, but he's not a primary creator.
No.
So you need Pascal and even defensively too, guys like Fred and Pascal just to get guys in spots. Like they're maybe our two most important defenders.
I would, man. We'll talk about this later. Never mind.
Yeah. All right, can we get into my question then?
Yeah,
Or-
absolutely.
All right.
So we're gonna move into
Yeah.
Sam's question
All
that
right.
he's got for
this
us.
is super just kind of fun. I've been thinking about it for the last few days. And
this is really fun.
I'm having fun right
I'm
now.
having so much fun.
I feel like I've got the
Should do this
idea.
more often.
Yeah.
I feel like I got the idea from Twitter. Something I'm sorry, like not giving credit. But so my thought was, you take one Raptors player as they are, and if you could add one skill from another player on the Raptors to that player, what would it be? So
And from another player?
Yeah.
It's Curry shooting.
no, a player on the Raptors.
Wait,
So-
okay, say your
take-
question.
okay,
A player on the Raptors skill set. One of their skill sets transfer to another player, a different player.
On the Raptors.
Yes.
If,
So my
if Scotty
uh,
had Fred shooting,
So mine was
Yo.
Pascal. Mine was Pascal
Oh,
and
man.
Fred's shooting.
Pascal Fred shooting.
That would be
Yeah.
disgusting.
Yeah.
But then I feel like Pascal wouldn't be as dominant inside. I feel like,
But no, but he's the same player. He just has that insane shooting ability.
but then I feel like he's gonna shoot 9 threes a game.
But
and they're
he's
not.
gonna hit them all. He's gonna hit.
Well, he's gonna hit
5
4
of
for
them.
9, 5 for
Yeah.
9.
So
But then he's not just going inside, and then we have 2 Fred VanVleets. You know, I feel like if
but he's like
if we're gonna
but he's
get-
kind
if
of
we're
like he's like KD.
Are we
though.
taking this seriously, Sam, or not?
My thought is like he's basically Kevin Durant.
I'm actually,
Yeah, but-
I'm actually thinking. Like, I'm still thinking. I'm like,
You're right. But then, like, what if you give Fred's shooting to Scotty right now, and then he develops?
well, what about Gary's well, the way he is now, but with Fred's playmaking?
Oh.
what if we gave Gary OG's athleticism?
Oh, okay, that's a freak human being.
But he
at
not just
that
be
point.
kind of
Can
like
we give height and stuff too? Like,
Sure.
Okay, like we'll say Gary with
Fred
OG's
Pascal's
OG's
height. No, Fred TJ
Pascal.
Wilson's height.
Pascal Fred's height.
It's this tiny guy who's getting buckets inside,
Like a crazy spin
Spin
move.
moves,
Yeah.
like somehow finishing everything.
Crazy defense and everything.
Completely good.
Passing over guys' heads.
Yeah, guards
How's this
everyone.
happening?
What kind of glitch is this?
He's like a 2K player.
Yeah. So I'd say, like, what if we took Gary and gave him OG's like size and athleticism?
That would be.
That's
I think that's a dub.
that's like one of
That's a
that's
dub,
probably one of that's like LeBron James. Like
It's one
that's
of the
like one of the
best
best players that's ever like seen the court.
That's a 6'8" guy who can posterize and take crazy.
Man, I feel like
heavy
OG's
contested
man,
shots.
that guy's got to be taller than 6'8", man.
Like,
OG,
Man, he's gotta be.
But yeah, he's
He's probably 6'8".
Well, so I actually sometimes people say that he's like 6'7" or 6'6" or 6.
I think he's 6'8".
He's 6'8".
Yeah, I'm like 6'8", 6'9".
Yeah.
I could totally.
I think
believe,
Pascal's
man.
one that gets lied about when they
Scotty.
say Pascal's like 6'9". Pascal's
Yeah.
at least 6'10".
Yeah, and
Really?
I think so. Yeah.
and,
I don't
and
know.
Scotty's definitely taller than.
Oh yeah,
than
it's-
6 foot.
OG's listed 6'7". I thought he was listed
Yeah,
6'8".
I know. No, he's way taller. He's got to be taller than that. And same with Scotty, man. That guy's got to be bigger. Like,
Yeah, oh yeah.
What
I think
do
he's
you-
probably,
what-
he's
Scott-
probably growing since they recorded.
Oh
his
yeah,
height,
dude. No,
so.
Scotty can get to like 6'10", 6'11". He's 6'9" listed right
Wow.
now.
If he actually-
Giannis came in at 6'9". He's 6'11", probably 7 feet.
yeah,
now.
like, and they're probably giving him HGH, man. They're probably shooting him with something.
Don't start
Shooting
rumors
him
on
up.
here.
No, I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm only saying with what Keaton's told me.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, you know, man, these professional athletes doesn't really matter. Like, there's things you take that are completely undetectable, and like, let's be
Well,
real. What
I bet you there's some sort of thing that the NBA doesn't know about. They haven't banned.
Yeah,
You know? So it's like
that's
it's
how
like,
it
it's like a
always
loophole.
works. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, so my answer was.
But I don't want to
Pascal.
start rumors like that. I'm not saying you're doing steroids, Scotty. You're just that much of a freak of nature.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of another good one. What about Yuta
Ooh.
with
Malachi.
Pascal's finishing ability?
What about Yuta with like OG's power and size?
Getting inside like that.
Yeah.
Um,
'Cause- or even OG's like shooting too. Like
Yep.
that would be wild.
Malachi with Scotty Barnes' son.
Yeah.
Just a 6'9" guy doing
it's
nothing.
just Scotty Barnes.
Standing.
It's just
Yeah.
Scotty Barnes again. Like basically. I'm thinking like,
What if we had two Scotty Barnes?
Or Precious Achua with Pascal Siakam's
Finishing. Yeah, that's a good one. That's 2 Pascal.
Yeah.
Precious Achua with Justin Champagne's hands.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, what if you could do it with anybody in the league? And you could pick one.
I'd give Pascal Siakam Curry's shooting ability.
Yeah.
He'd literally be Kevin Durant.
Yeah, that's.
He would literally be
I
KD.
would give Gary.
Gary LeBron's athleticism.
Something like that, dude.
Yeah.
Like that, because dude, Gary. Like the only thing holding Gary.
Or even
back
like
is
Kyrie,
athleticism,
man. Give him like Kyrie's like
handle.
Gary needs
speed
a handle. Yeah.
So Kyrie's athleticism, basically, yeah.
Because honestly, Gary's a good shooter. I'm not worried about his shooting.
What if we gave Precious Kyrie's hands?
Oh,
wow.
Precious doing like these 360 layups.
He's like getting on the ground, doing like stimmers on the ground, pulling up for game winners.
It's only at that point that I would be comfortable with Precious doing this.
Oh yeah,
and waving people off.
Waving off our best players.
Every time he does that, watch Pascal gets so angry.
Oh, I know. I've seen it. He
gets so angry.
I think the first time he did it, Pascal was like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
Because this before Precious is better now.
Yeah.
In the past 2-3 weeks, it was like 2 months ago, and Precious did the whole thing where he gets the offensive rebound, dribbles to the corner, tries to go ISO, and Pascal's like, "Yeah," like she's trying to run out your play, and Precious goes like this. like our fucking all-star.
Yeah, like what?
He's like, no.
Yeah, I got
and then he tries to go ISO and just like falls over. Pascal's just like, just
the fuck, man.
That was my fun little question to see.
That was a fun little question. It was
something
fun.
less serious, yeah.
Well, it was fun and it was little and it was you know,
That
was
it was a
fun
question.
while
It really
lasted.
met all 3
Are we-
criteria.
are we gonna-
I'm kind of over it now, but
Are we gonna fight now over
Yeah.
Mr. Wiggins?
okay, so let's just do this. So
So do you want me to do the timer thing
yeah.
again?
yeah, well, same thing as last time.
Like what, 2 minutes?
We'll do like 1 minute introductions.
I
and
haven't
we'll do
prepped
like
all for this.
Me neither. I mean, we don't.
No.
Okay, so let's. So we're gonna debate Sam and I.
We're moving into the debate portion of the podcast.
Sam and I are going to debate whether Andrew Wiggins is an all-star or not. Let me preface. So Sam is fighting he's not an all-star. I'll be debating that he is an all-star. But let me preface something. I do not think Andrew Wiggins is an all-star, but a lot of people do. So I'm going to play devil's advocate because I was able to rationalize it more than Sam was.
All right.
Because he sucks.
He's got some fun nicknames like Maple Jordan, but he's got the Prospect.
That's a nickname is
The Prospect.
Mr.
Who's that? He's
Mr.
the
Fantastic.
prospect. What?
That's Wiggs. Yeah, that's what I call
Wiggs.
him.
Maple Jordan is good. That's cool.
Maple Jordan.
The
Yeah.
prospect.
Like what?
All right, do you want
Sounds
to go
like a
first?
movie.
Or don't
I think you should go first. You're the more
All right.
popular. I'll go because I'm basically
Yeah,
debating
right,
I'm debating the popular vote.
All right. So
How many minutes? am I
let's
gonna
get ready to rumble.
So
We
What's
got
the-
another thing. We look each other like dead in the eyes. Like, we're
Yeah,
UFC.
What's the format here? Like, what?
Didn't one of those like UFC things? One of the guys that kissed the other guy.
Oh, yeah, he threw him off, yeah.
Who was it?
You know, it was like one of those like
The-
UFC
when
where they
they
get
swear
inside
out.
each
Yeah,
other's
like,
face.
who was
and like,
it, though?
I don't know. Some
Sounds like
rando.
Conor McGregor. Thing.
No.
Both of the guys they're black guys. I don't know who they
I don't
are,
know
but
his name, no. I didn't recognize him.
but it was so funny. They're like he's like stirring him up in the face and he goes and just kisses him on the.
The guy was so thrown
He
off.
was so thrown off. He's like, yeah, I'll kiss you. Like, come back.
Like they're gonna be
I'll
beating
kiss
each
you,
other
bro.
up
Yeah.
in like an hour. And,
Yeah.
all right. So how many minutes am I getting?
Yeah, like what? So
So we got-
Do we want to do like round? Like, should we do 3 rounds? Like, first one be like intro.
3
round.
rounds.
So, like-
No, so we'll go 2 minute introduce our argument, then we get 1 minute rebuttal.
Let's do 1 minute intro, 2 minute rebuttal. I feel like because then we have more to talk about.
All right.
So
1 minute intro.
2 minute rebuttal, and then we'll have closing statements for another minute.
Okay.
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 Yeah.
That sounds good to
so
me.
on first, am I on the clock? Or?
All right, and
1
3,
1 minute.
2, 1.
Fight.
Okay. Andrew Wiggins. I do not think Andrew Wiggins is a all-star, let alone an all-star starter this season. He is having a nice year. He's averaging 18 points. He's shooting 41% from 3. But he is the, I don't know, 3rd best player on a team that like has 2 guys who are like considerably better than him and make his life very easy. On offense, he does not have to guard. Or on offense, he's getting guarded not by the best defender because he's got Steph Curry on his team. Curry and Draymond are basically giving him open spaces where he's shooting open threes and doing role player things at a really great level, but not that great. Like not all-star great. And defense-wise, he's playing great defense, but I wouldn't say the defense is so good that should put him right in the all-star game. So, yeah, he's not giving you enough. He's not even like what's he shooting from? I don't know. Like he's just not a fucking all-star. Like, like like he's just not like take it.
wasn't even like shooting. It's just like
Yes, you got a 50.
hey, your thing's over, man. I can't talk anymore.
Sorry.
All right, you say that in your rebuttal, Sam.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, and so Elias, 3, 2, 1, fight.
So I think Andrew Wiggins deserves to be an All-Star, and here's why. The West forwards. So there's this format in the NBA right now with the All-Stars. It is 2 guards and 3 forwards start. 2 guards, 3 forwards, and 2 wild cards come off the bench. You can't name me any. You can argue like Brandon Ingram, sure, but you can definitely argue that with Andrew Wiggins, given record-wise, defensive play, shooting efficiency. And like outside of like, what other forwards really deserve to be an All-Star in the West this year? So why not give it to the guy who is on the best team in the league? His shooting's been great. He's been nothing but a helpful addition to this team, especially this season. His defense is shooting. I mean, it doesn't do much playmaking wise, but every night he's bringing you consistency and he's bringing you some strong minutes. There's arguments for like guys like Mikal Bridges, like, oh no, why not put Mikal Bridges there? Well, Wiggins is simply doing more than Mikal Bridges on offense, and yes,
That's the end of your time, sir.
All right, my rebuttal.
Just 1 second. I'm just gonna go check the camera here.
Oh,
okay. Just has me recording. Are we good?
No, it's all ruined.
It's over, guys.
It's over.
It's broken.
all right. My
Okay.
So 2 minutes for my rebuttal.
Rebuttal time.
All right.
3, 2, 1, fight.
All right. Well, I will attack your argument with some guys who should be in over him. My first one being, with your logic that a role player you said the best team in the league. I think this team is better. The Phoenix Suns.
Record-wise.
I think they're better non-record-wise as well.
Okay, well, Wiggins got picked. Warriors are first.
Hey, no talking.
Mikal Bridges, his numbers, he's scoring less. He's averaging 13 points. I would think his offensive contributions are actually equal to his because of his better passing ability to make the right read. He's a great cutter. And then his defense is, I think, considerably better than Wiggins. He's extremely versatile. He's a great help defender. He's a great on-ball defender. If any non-big man is a case for Defensive Player of the Year, it is Mikal Bridges. Other guys on other teams, like, for example, Brandon Ingram, simply has to do so much more than Andrew Wiggins on a nightly basis. He gets guarded by the team's best player. He gets all the defensive attention. Andrew Wiggins is just filling gaps, hitting open shots, and doing secondary stuff. The Warriors our offense has actually really struggled, and a big reason for that is they have no one to carry the offensive load outside of Steph Curry. I feel like I've said it all. How much time do I have?
Yeah, about a
minute.
45 seconds.
All right. How do I keep going? Okay, on his own team, Draymond Green. He made the All-Star team, but if we're talking about All-Star starter, a guy like Draymond Green is probably the best defensive player in the league, one of the best playmakers in the league. He is the reason why Wiggins' three-point percentages are so good. I don't even think his play style has changed much from being in Minnesota. He just has a less role, and he's got way more open shots because he's on a way better team, and he's not creating those open shots. He'll shoot he'll get the occasional turnaround jumper, but he's not like some nice shot creator. He's not like Chris Middleton. I just don't think his defense is good enough to warrant a pick straight on his defense. So I don't think the team is good enough to warrant 3 All-Stars either. And I would, I don't know. I don't know why I said that. I don't even believe that.
This guy's just trying to fill the space.
Yeah, they don't deserve 3 All-Stars. I mean, no, they do, but like,
Well,
that's not part of our argument.
If they had a better,
that's part of his argument. He said, I'm gonna go against
if they had a
that.
better third player,
If you're keeping up, chalk it down as an argument for Sam.
Yeah.
He said it. Can't go back on your word.
Let's go with 2 minutes for Elias.
All right.
Coming up here in this debate. This is so fucking fun, guys. So, ready?
I'm ready,
3, 2, 1, fight.
I'm going to start this by going against what you just said. They don't deserve 3 All-Stars. The Golden State Warriors are on an 8-game winning streak right now without Draymond Green, meaning their second best player is Andrew Wiggins, meaning their second best player has helped them with the 8-game winning streak. Mikal Bridges would never. Just joking.
Mikal Bridges catching strays.
You mentioned that Wiggins is being overlooked offensively, or is being overrated offensively because he is the guy that the defenders, like the third best defenders guarding on the other team. Okay, so KD, Harden, Kyrie. So is Kyrie's offense better just because the third best defender is guarding him? You can't talk right now because it's my turn. But so I'm gonna assume you're saying you're agreeing with me. You say that Draymond's the reason why Wiggins is an All-Star this year. Then why isn't Jordan Poole an All-Star, my guy? Jordan Poole's doing great also.
You're lying.
You can't talk. You can't talk. Sorry.
You get it for your closing statement, Sam.
Wiggins' defense is really good, by the way. He's also just had improved year all around. Like everybody kind of chalked him off when he got his big contract and he wasn't matching up to it. His efficiency is easily the best he's ever had. His defense easily the best. You can go back to when Wiggins was 21 in 2016-2017 season. He averaged 23.6 points per game. A lot of people argued that he was an All-Star that year. Now, this is a better season. I think most would agree this is best. This is better than that season. Why is he not an All-Star now then? Especially in a Western Conference that is very weak in the forward position. We can talk about some more guys that could be there. Jaren Jackson Jr. He hasn't been good all season. The started the season really shaky. He's been good all season, but not really good, not All-Star level all season. He's an All-Star recently. Kristaps, no chance. Like Royce O'Neal, what?
So random.
It's going to the standard.
So random.
Royce O'Neal, no.
There's your time.
There.
I actually think Royce O'Neal should be an All-Star.
Shut up.
All right, my closing statement.
1 minute.
All right.
1 minute.
1 minute for closing statements. 3, 2, 1, fight.
All right, my closing statement. Andrew Wiggins is not deserving of his All-Star selection this season.
We know.
Hey, shut up.
His offense is pretty
Mute your mic.
average for a role player or a guy in his position. His defense is nothing super special, and he is getting the benefit of the doubt of simply a record, and that team is the best depth in the league, arguably the best player in the league on some nights, and one of the best secondary players in the league. And I think that's more about them winning rather than Andrew Wiggins is. And now with Klay Thompson back, he might be their fourth best player on that team. And yes, I think guys like Mikal Bridges, Jaren Jackson Jr., who are better defenders, and in Jaren's case, a more pronounced role in offense, deserve to be in there because their teams are also really good, and you can use that same logic.
10 minutes, 10 seconds.
10 minutes.
Oh, 10 seconds.
10 minutes, Mr. Kenny.
And Royce O'Neal should be an NBA.
I love it. You don't know what to say. We start to say
Yeah, I have nothing to say last time.
Okay.
All right. Last one. Closing statements for Elias. 3, 2, 1, fight.
You are talking a lot about Mikal Bridges, and even before this whole All-Star, even before Wiggins was picked, you thought you would agree if Bridges was an All-Star. He would be the third player to make it. He's Phoenix's third best player, or fourth best player, probably over. I'd say Aiden over him. And you're getting mad that the Warriors' third best player is making it, and the Warriors, 8-game, they're second best team record wise in the league right now. Curry doesn't play defense, so Wiggins is really making up for that. And again, Draymond Green is out right now. Klay Thompson's not been consistent enough to be their second best player right now. Wiggins is their second best player on this 8-game winning streak, and that is saying a lot, especially in the West. And Royce O'Neal is really cool. No, man, he's Canadian, man. Why can't we all be happy? Why can't we all be happy for him? We're all Canadians here. Why don't you lighten up?
He's a great guy. Just be happy for him.
And that's the end of the debate.
Him, man.
I knew you were gonna pull that argument at some point. I knew it.
Look at this last 5 seconds. He's Canadian, man. Come on.
Lighten the fuck up, man. He's your brother.
What do you hate Canadians?
Yeah.
Poor. I feel like poor.
He was born like an hour away from you, man.
Poor Wiggins.
Yeah,
man.
does that not mean something to you, Sam?
Show
Congratulations.
some
All
heart.
jokes aside, congrats to Wiggins for the All-Star. He has.
Yeah,
He has improved. So
I still don't think I believe you, Sam.
Well, I don't really believe myself either.
And just again, I still don't think Wiggins is actual All-Star, but I was playing devil's advocate.
Hey, man, I bet your arguments being, that's like that was actually that was very interesting to listen to that. Actually, that was very cool.
We should do more of those, man.
That was, dude. I was about to say the debates are fun.
I like we don't prepare for them either. We just kind of spitball.
Yeah. I was just kind of like looking at stats.
And the debate section is probably a good section to do more league-wide types of topics.
Oh yeah.
Because
I mean, we argue about rap stuff anyway, like naturally all the time. Right. So,
I mean, I'd like to do a Raptors debate.
Oh, definitely.
But
we can't just like a big thing, but
But
I like just having these these big things, these big topics. Right
yeah,
now. This
no,
is a big topic.
it's true. And then like you felt very prepared in what you had to say, so.
I was never prepared.
Well, no, but like you were very concise. You know, you had. A lot of points to bring up, and it was very interesting.
As Sam was doing his opening statement, I was like writing down just a bunch of things there. I started writing down the different points. I was like, oh,
Andrew Wiggins is Canadian. Andrew Wiggins is Canadian. Over and over and over again.
Before this, I was going to pull that card, and I totally forgot about it until the last 10 seconds. I was like, what did I say? Oh, yeah.
Good timing. Good timing.
Looking ahead?
All right, looking ahead, folks.
All right, we have the Hornets on Monday.
Should we... big news? Should we say that?
We'll do it. No. It's going to happen tomorrow. So like, we'll just do it after looking ahead.
Okay.
Before we leave the show.
Yeah. So
do you want to close the show too? Is that live? Do you want to close the show?
Yeah.
We play the Hornets on Monday. Should be a good game. Close to the standings. These games are really matter. And then we play. That's the only one that's gonna be on this podcast actually.
Only one game till the next one.
We
have another 2-game break.
Oh well, we play Wednesday night, but we're gonna record before.
Yeah.
And it's the Thunder anyway. Oh, yeah. So. Yeah, just
we lost them. I'm not letting you talk down the Thunder again, buddy. We lost them last time.
They're a great team.
Shades of God.
Yeah.
So we have some exciting news, everybody, for who's listening to the podcast, anybody who has been listening to the show, anybody who likes the show. This is a really cool development that is happening for us, and it's a really great opportunity that we're very, very grateful to be a part of. So
I'm very excited.
Tomorrow, Monday, we will be hosting a Discord stage space live stream as courtesy of Svi from Raptors Insider. So let's give it up for Svi. Obviously, Svi is not here with us, but
We're not talking about Svi Mikhailuk, by the way.
Yeah, we're not talking about Svi Mikhailuk. Yeah, no, sorry, Svi.
Svi from Raptors Insider.
Svi from Raptors Insider.
Check out their Instagram.
Check out their Instagram. They have. He's been so.
Very active.
Very active, and he's been such a supporter of ours for a long time.
Oh, yeah. He reached out all the time, just lets us know like, hey, you guys are doing a good job.
Yep.
Real nice to hear from him, and he came up. He brought this idea up to us, and we're all in on it.
I'm gonna put some information up on social media about how to.
Yeah.
There'll be stuff all on our socials.
Yeah, it will be taking place on Discord just to make sure everyone got that. Yeah. But
shout out to Raptors Insider. Give them a follow.
Please go give at Raptors Insider a follow on Instagram. And yeah, we are so excited to be doing this. This sounds like a really fun thing, and
it's going to be a weekly thing as well.
Yeah, it's going to be a weekly thing. So
probably once a week, maybe twice a week, depending. Like we're probably going to do something with the trade deadline too. This week,
yeah. So it's going to be we're going to play it by ear, but you guys will definitely be able to see us once a week on Discord and
come in with your thoughts.
Come in with questions, and you can get to interact with us live.
We'll be bringing people on to talk to us.
Yeah,
one-on-one. And it's a great community of Raptors fans who just to talk ball and during games. It's super fun.
Yeah. It's going to be a really, really great time, and we are so excited to be a part part of it. And
I guess when this comes out, it'll be today. So it's happening today, I guess.
Yeah, it's happening today. So I guess
it's right after the Raptors Hornets game. We're doing like a post game thing.
Yeah,
and bring your thoughts, bring your questions, and bring your good attitudes.
Yeah, bring the attitudes. Yeah, but yeah, just that's a really cool thing that's happening for us, and we hope that this is just a great opportunity. It's a great opportunity for us, and to keep engaging with Raptors fans, and we love the Raptors, man. We love the Raptors fans. We love the community. We love Toronto. We love Canada. We love all the guys on the team, and we honestly think like we do have something special happening in Toronto with this team. We absolutely do, and I think that the fact that the fact that we started this podcast is just a reflection of how much faith we have in this team and how good we totally think that they can be, right? So it's just a reflection of that, and so we're just any opportunity that we get that arises from that sort of stuff is just an opportunity that we cannot pass it up, and I love to be a part of it, and very thankful for that. So. Yep. You guys can catch that on Discord tomorrow.
Are you gonna close us out then?
Yeah.
So Elias will be closing the show.
Yes. So. I don't know why I get so nervous. You can check us out. All right, before we head out of the show, check us out on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok, where we post new clips of the show every week. Follow us on all of those.
At RapChat Podcast.
At RapChat Podcast. YouTube.
If you're watching
on YouTube, give us a like, comment, subscribe. hit the notification bell.
Yeah.
Why not? You know, why not get a little
there. I mean,
notification? Why not? Might as well press it. And if you're listening on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or anywhere else to get your podcast, leave us a rating, leave us a review, and yeah, man, we'll see you guys next week. My name is Elias Eldridge.
I'm Luke Dick,
and I'm Sam Kenny,
and we'll see you guys. Oh, sorry, yeah, sorry.
It's my turn. We'll see you guys, and we'll see you guys next week, next Thursday. Thursday.
Yeah, we'll see you on. Yeah, we'll see you on Thursday.
Yeah, or at the live stream later.
Yeah.
Peace.
Yeah, tune in to live stream.
Yeah. Peace.
Oops. Peace out.